Welcome to Windsor Great Park in the southeast of England. In just a few short hours, over 1,000 riders, split into teams and solos, will take on what is the world's longest one-day race event. It can only be Red Bull Timelapse. The concept is easy. Complete as many laps of the 6.6 kilometre circuit as you can within the time limit from midday Saturday to midday Sunday. Sounds easy? Well, there's a twist. Because this is happening in the UK in October, this is the time that the clocks go back. So there's an extra hour to play with right in the middle of the night, and this is called the Power Hour. A new circuit is open during this time, and all laps completed on this circuit will count as double towards your total. Just like in Formula 1, teams will make use of the special pit lane to make sure that they've got a rider on the course for the whole 25 hours. But we're not just here to observe, we're here to compete. And to help in this task, I've selected a crack team of Cycling Weekly's finest to take on the challenge.
Hi, I'm Will. We're here at Red Bull Timelapse. This is my first time doing this event. I've raced for many years, but never done something quite like this before.
So, I'm Alex Ballinger, I'm a news writer for Cycling Weekly. I've been nominated to do the Power Hour at 2 AM as well, which is where you have to go out, you get onto a different course, you have to do as many laps as you possibly can, and every lap counts double. So it's a really important hour and you need to smash it for that. Somehow, I don't really know why I've been selected to do that.
My name's Michele Brennan. I work at Cycling Weekly. I'm a writer. I mean, I've done plenty of crit races, so we're going in pretty much hour and 2 hour kind of increments. So the amount of time you're riding is not actually that long. We're riding in total for approximately 6 hours. That is not a problem over 2 days. The hardest thing is the fact that it's split up and there's all these random breaks of 3-4 hours between. The weather has been pretty awful overnight, but I'm hoping it's mainly blown itself out. So I could not sleep last night because all I could hear was like battering outside. I think it's getting better, so hopefully it will improve.
To help us take on this monumental challenge, we are lucky enough to have the use of a whole slew of rapid race machines in the shape of BMC's epic high-end aero time machine, as well as the Swiss brand's fast-paced endurance road machine, along with Look's lightweight, super speedy 785 Heuer's disc. To keep us race ready, Altura clothing kept us aero, warm and weatherproof. Bell helmets and Giro shoes covered everything else for our epic 25-hour challenge. And to help us on our way, our bikes are equipped with the latest cat-eye lights, helping us to turn the endless hours of darkness into daylight. BMC's Time Machine Road takes every aspect of the wind-cheating Time Machine TT bike and blends it into the most aero road bike BMC has ever produced. Fully integrated details such as the bar and stem and on-bike storage bring a touch of the unique into the mix. Representing the perfect balance of weight, stiffness and comfort, BMC's road machine has it all. Equally at home taking on a 25-hour endurance race as it is climbing the highest cols, it is a true all-round performer. As the name suggests, Look's 785 Heuer's is all about being as lightweight as possible. It still retains an impressive turn of speed and a level of comfort that will be gratefully received during an ultra-long endurance event such as Red Bull Timelapse.
The hardest part for me, I think, is going to be the lack of sleep, really. That I've never done anything this intense on that little sleep. You never know how you're going to sleep in these situations. It's quite exciting, there's a lot of noise around, a lot of activity. You don't know if you want to sleep really, because you want to soak up all the atmosphere and there should be stuff going on throughout the night, so try and get a few hours maybe, but that's definitely going to be the toughest part for me, I think.
think for me, the hardest part will probably be the mental part. I think the riding will be okay. I think just getting up at 1, 2 in the morning to go and chug out laps for an hour, trying to keep my eating and nutrition up, I think that's going to be the hardest thing. I just have no idea how my body's going to react.
It is now just gone 11:30, so we are almost halfway, which is fantastic. And so far, there's been no issues. We've had one puncher, but everyone else seems to be in pretty good spirits.
It's been interesting. Weather was like really just not nice for the first few hours. First couple of rides really wet, got back here just sopping, shoes squelchy and just like swimming pools. And then the last stint I went out and certainly wasn't dry, but felt really good. You know, I didn't come back feeling cold, just felt all right. The lungs are a little sore. I just think it's probably just cumulative now.
Second run for me was the hardest one. I just couldn't get warm at all. My feet were just completely numb. My legs just were shivering as well, and I started to cramp up just because I was so cold. Wasn't eating enough, wasn't drinking enough. So that second one really was a bit of an eye-opener.
Just finished my last 2-hour stint. It was incredible. I just going into it, I was kind of like, wow, it's the last 2 hours. I'm just going to take it steady, and then just got this second wind, and it was like absolutely full gas for probably the last hour and a half, just through and off. Ineos rider caught us. It was like a race. It was just incredible. So managed to watch the sunrise, come up for the last hour and a half as well. And now it's daylight. Just, I don't know, I feel kind of elated, just a bit chilly, just spent, but really quite happy. I don't know what's going on. I just feel like I'm sort of having this weird out-of-body experience, but it was incredible.
It's been a very, very long night actually. It was a little bit better for me because I got my last stint out of the way from 2 till 3 before the clocks went back, or as the clocks went back, should I say. And since then I managed to get a few hours of sporadic sleep. It wasn't great sleep, it's quite noisy around here, and also it's just, you're a bit buzzed and you're a bit wired, and I think just overtired as well, that every time I fell asleep for about half an hour I'd wake up again. So I got up at about 6:30. I'm just getting ready to go out for my last ride now.
The first 5 laps were basically the same pace as before, and then I realised I was never going to get another 5 laps in, so I might as well go for 4. And I met up with a friend of mine from Herne Hill who's doing the 25 hours solo. So I basically used towing her around as an opportunity to take it really. It was good because it meant that I was taking it at a pace that I should, so I wouldn't hammer any of the hills because, yeah, and it gave me a purpose to continue, which was also really nice. Riding in the dark wasn't so bad because the lights were pretty good, had multiple sets, which helps a lot. I actually went out with 1 extra light every time. So the first time in the dark I had 1 light, the second time I had 2, and the third time I had 3.
Red Bull Timelapse. That is absolutely ridiculous. 25 hours, and we've had every type of weather, and I don't know about you guys, but that was pretty hard.
It was, but I can't imagine for the people that are doing it solo, that's insane.
It is
next level.
And a lot of the guys that are doing solo were going as fast as us throughout those 25 hours. But
Don't say that, don't tell them that.
But I think we've actually done pretty good. So at the last count, Will went out last and he pushed us up a few more places. So we've definitely broken into the top 10, 20% of all the teams. So I think we've done ourselves really, really proud. And honestly, it is an event that I think everybody should have a go at. 25-hour race is definitely a challenge. Well, That was Red Bull Timelapse. But if you think there's any other challenges we should take on in Cycling Weekly, please put it in the comment section below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to keep up with our latest releases. Until then, we'll see you soon.
I don't necessarily think it's people letting us down. It's more like I'm just carrying everybody at this point. But yeah, that's. No, I think everybody's really pulling their weight. It's we haven't killed each other yet.